Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Rose of Venus Tarot. It's Lacey. Thank you so much for clicking on to my video. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you get real comfortable. If you're returning, hey, welcome back. It's real nice to see you again. And thank you to all of those who like, comment, and subscribe. It's really been helping your girl grow. And I 1000% appreciate it. Let's get into it. This is going to be a general collective energy reading. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Not every reading is going to resonate with everyone, and that is okay. Let's call on the divine. Divine, please guide me and protect me as I dive into this collective energy. Please give me clear and concise and precise messages. Let me know what's going on in this collective energy. What do we need to know of? What do we need to be aware of here? I'm hearing haters are mad because they may have seen your last crash out. None of the same tactics are working on you before, and you guys have found inner peace. You guys are truly not caring to even respond to a lot of drama. Some of you guys felt like you had to put people in their place all the time, like you had to show people what it was. You had to make people respect you. And they got a kick out of that because they're like, no matter how hard you go, I'm not respecting you. Oh, I'm still going to get underneath your skin. Oh, I'm still going to try to hate on you, bring you down here. And then they're not able to. They're not able to get underneath your skin. They're not able to penetrate your energy. You found an inner calm that makes you look at people who test you like they're children. And then not only have you found this inner calm, you found jewels in life. You know where to go. You know where to mine jewels. You know where to create better things for yourself. You're enjoying the small conversations, the interactions with people. You're no longer able to frustrate. You know, there's some people who enjoyed frustrating you while you were trying to build. And now you're no longer feeling like, hey, like, why are you trying to do this? I don't understand. It's like it brought you back to the playground where you guys would try to make something before, even for your household, and your siblings would just be like, "Nah, nah, I'm gonna knock down your card house. Are you building a card house? I'm gonna blow it down." And and you realize that that's just the trickster spirit possessing somebody's body, and that this person doesn't have control over themselves. This person doesn't have control over their energy. The which is crazy to a specific hater who got off on trying to make it look like you were the one who were out of control here. Somebody's mad because they can't really hide their hands anymore. This person has been doing too much and doing too much for too long without a reaction out of you to actually make you look like you're the bad guy here. It's like, they only got a certain amount of time to keep messing with you as you stay in that sandbox before the teacher comes over and they're asking them, why do you keep going over there to the collective? Why do you keep messing with the collective? Why are you trying to take down their card house? Because it's a stupid card house. I want to play with the cards too. The teacher is like, well, you need to go over here and find something else to play with instead of trying to play with the collective. So the spirituality, love on the brain is coming out here. That's another reason you guys have inner peace. You guys are getting a calm love life. Some of you guys might have start moved overseas. You moved to a different state. You're dating different people and you're enjoying it without guilt. You're enjoying romance, you're enjoying your options, you're not feeling pressure to settle down if you're single, or some of you guys are in a relationship and your baby's all on your head. So these people can't get in your head. You found inner peace. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgia. You're all in this love energy. And somebody felt like because you are in this la 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 love type of energy that it might be easy to catch you slipping, but you still got one eye open and you're just like whatever. And it actually made you stronger. Your detachment right now is your biggest power. Your detachment and not not catching it, not caring. You guys aren't, somebody wanted you to be, what is that? Hyper aroused. I think that's called hyper arousal, where you got PTSD and you're looking over like everything that every person does, trying to make sure they're not just hating on you like the last person here. You guys are calm with yourself and you're calm with people. You're not. We got spirituality hater in reverse. This card keeps coming out in reverse here because I feel like a lot of people are taking your spirituality serious. When before people could have hated on your spirituality, they're wishing that they would have built strong foundations for themselves. Some of you guys are going to be attracting people that understands your relationship with God, your relationship with the stars, your relationship with the angels, and even your relationships with demons here. You're attracting a lot of people who see you as a dream. We got kissing asses coming out here. You got people that now that they realize trying to belittle you doesn't work, they want to come in trying to kiss your ass. They want to come in offering you things. They want to come in acting like, they could do something to push you ahead. Or somebody here in this, and somebody, one of your haters is tired of seeing people kiss your ass because you got a lot of people supporting you. Spirit is telling you to focus and remember those supportive people whenever the hyper arousal try to come in, of the people who wanted to screw you over. Remember those people who were like, hey, I got an extra Metro card. Do you want to use my Metro card because you don't got it? Well, yours don't go through. And remember those people who bought you a drink. Remember those people who give you the honest compliments. Remember those people who give you the super thanks and the cash apps. Thank you so much for all of you guys who do that and put into my channel. I'm like, even me, I gotta focus more on the love because it's a lot more love than the haters and the hate that I've gotten online. I'm like, the once you realize there's so much love and support and you're not trying to comb through it with a fine tooth comb, you're like, people are gonna reveal to me who they are in due time. I don't have to make myself prepared for my haters. My haters are already people who can't be prepared in life. They're the people who failed the test. They're the people who don't show up. They're the people who just wanna, you you're building a card house and I'm afraid that it's going to be great and people are gonna give you compliments on it. We got obsessive lover coming out here. Dangerous, toxic, unhealthy. Somebody is realizing that their obsession with you is dangerous. Their obsession with you is very toxic here. Their obsession with you has taken a lot more out of their life than they wanted it to. Somebody is like literally mentally trapped because of you're growing, because of your lifting up, because of you rising in life. They keep telling themselves you don't deserve it because, oh, look, remember before when they crashed out? Well, before I said something mean to them and then they said something even meaner to me. This is what these people want you to do. They want to be able to poke you at a level 1 and then get you to rise up to like 1,000 so that you don't ever like, so you could be in that show nobody that they can't fuck with me type of energy and da 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 da, and I'm gonna hurt you and hurt you back. And maybe you guys have went there before and they're mad that people forgiven it. They're mad that people understand why you crashed out. This is somebody who was trying to come in your sandbox or come to your play table and they kept blowing down your cars and you're like, oh my God, stop it, Johnny. And then you're like, stop it, Johnny. Then you're like, Johnny, boom. You could have hit Johnny or you could have called Johnny's mom a whore. And you could have talked about the way Johnny looked. You could have attacked Johnny on so many different levels to where they wanted to call a foul. They wanted to put a cap on your crash out. They thought your crash out was going to be the end of you. But instead, Johnny got told, okay, we're going to put some ice on your eye, Johnny. And now you know, don't come over there in the collective sandbox here. And then Johnny sees you winning your honor. You're getting your trophy anyway. You're getting your compliments anyway, even though you guys had a falling out, you know, and this pisses Johnny off because Johnny thought that after you crashed out, that was it. You lost it. You lost everything. You were going to lose what you had built all because you guys crashed out. And that's not the way it's working out. Johnny is going to have to sit the F down and deal with the fact that you guys are moving forward anyway. You got somebody here, it's a karmic energy because this is moving under this obsessive lover. Where it's two scenarios here. Somebody is obsessed with you because you moved on. They're like, how the hell did you just move on like that and create another life? It would take somebody like years to deal with the things that you've been through. It would take somebody years, not a year, not a few months. They would be stuck in their head for years on end thinking about the way other people treated them. And this is where they thought you were going to be. Other you guys, this obsessive person is actually trying to move on with life. They're actually trying to better themselves instead of compete with you because they're not able to compete with you. They're not getting a reaction out of you. They're not able to get a crash out of you. And the teacher already told them to stay away from your play area, aka God, the universe. Everybody has moved them back to their sandbox, and this is your sandbox. So stay out of the collective sandbox. And the universe had to draw boundaries between you and this person here. So the only thing they could keep trying to do is fantasize about going over your sandbox, fantasizing about trying to break the boundaries that the universe created between you and them. And they're wasting a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to make you feel like how they felt when you were getting complimented, when you won the rewards for that card house, when you won the rewards for building the best sandcastle, when you guys got all those accolades, when everybody was like, ooh, oh my God, collective, you really did that? That's so nice. And I'm feeling like you guys are one of those kids that always likes to create on your own. And then you always like to go to the adult, go amongst the people, show up for show and tell and show. This person felt like you were showing off. You were sharing what you created. They wanted to make you feel like you were a show off, and they were going to teach you not to show off anymore. A lot of you guys are being told to pop your shit, show off in the right way. Don't worry about these haters. They're literally nothing. And then it's kind of hurting them and to realize that how unwanted they are in the world. Nobody cares about haters. Nobody wants haters. Nobody wants bullies. They're the most useless people in the world. People who go out their way to try to cause harm to others, whether you think you're doing it because you're punishing somebody because they said something you don't like or don't agree with, or whether you think somebody, you're not God. They're not God. They're not authority figures. There's nothing worse than somebody that tries to act like an authority figure. A lot of you guys, you're not showing off. You're showing out, and you're showing what you created. Be proud of what you create. Have that pride. Don't let nobody try to push you out of that. Make them get back to their own sandbox and continue building here. We got haunted. Somebody is haunted by you, and this is coming out under kissing ass, memories, trash bags, flashbacks. Yeah, trash bags. They might be having flashbacks of when they treated you like trash. This is coming out under kissing your ass here. They're haunted because of the people who are coming forward to lift you up here. They're haunted from the times where you had a lot of people and maybe they successfully turned people against you, and now they're being traumatized with the fact that you're glorious again. They're being haunted by the fact that people are cheering you on again. And instead of, like, for them to get that type of energy, they're not going to be able to knock you down. They're simply going to have to build a card house too. They're going to have to build a sandcastle too, and then get the woos and the ahs that you get. but they don't want to. They want to spend the time just digging a hole in the ground, and that's okay too. They just want to dig a hole. You know, they didn't have the mind to create what you wanted to create here. And that doesn't mean that you have to be punished for creating. You shouldn't be punished for moving ahead. You shouldn't be punished for succeeding and excelling in life. There is no punishments for you. And this is why they feel like that too. Like their punishments aren't even coming off as punishments. They're having to sit with their low vibration and their low self-esteem, because every time they strike you, they're not getting an answer. They're not getting a response. They're not even getting your annoyance anymore. They're just getting a, this is a child, I'll leave that child alone type of energy from you, if that, or just block and move on. Whatever with the trolls type of energy. So now you're making them feel like a troll. You're making them feel insignificant. You're making them feel powerless when it comes to your life. They feel powerless. Do not have the energy to strike you down. They don't have the energy to take apart anything that you've been building. They don't have that type of power here in life. There is just, it is what it is. If somebody's mad, they don't have that power. They don't have that authority. You got somebody reflecting coming out here underneath the spirituality hater. Yeah, somebody who hated on your spirituality is now reflecting on how divinely protected you are. They're now reflecting on how these things really do work for you, and they really do combat evil. They combat every energy that's sent towards you. This person felt like they were able to knock down so many people before, but they can't knock you down here. This person is going to have to deal with their own emotions separate from your emotions. You're not responsible for their emotions. You're not responsible for what goes on in their life. You're not responsible for how they feel. You're not responsible for them being insecure because you're being praised. You're being praised for being a good kid. And they're like, how are you being praised for being a good kid even after you hit me, even after you crashed out and you said mean things that should make you a mean person? Nobody should be praising you. And people are like, shut up, because they know what happened. They know what happened. Everybody saw your enemies trying to screw with you. So nobody's trying to hear, like, your enemies are not able to make themselves a victim. Your enemies are not able to make people remember the past here, because they remember their side too. Your enemies are mad that people are not having a view of the past of you being just a crash out energy. They're like, yeah, the collective got angry, then they pulled themselves together. I really appreciate how they did that. And they're like, ah, you know, like, you know, they're like, why is the collect, everybody's kissing their ass? This is what people, this is what they feel like when you're not being bullied, when you're not being put down, when people aren't trying to hurt you and harm you. They hate it. They hate when people communicate with you like a regular person. They hate it even more when they compliment you. They want everybody to be mean to you. They want everybody to say, oh, well, you hurt Johnny, so we got Jackpot coming out here. A lot of you guys got money coming in for you. Like I said, especially if you guys got caught in the rain like these last couple of days, whether it was from like the, I think it's like 3 days after the new moon, 3 days before the new moon. The new moon was November 19th. So you guys are going to hit a jackpot. You're going to be getting a large amount of money on top of getting praise, on top of people understanding you, on top of people dismissing all your previous crash outs because you're not a crash out. You would have to join these bad people and stay in a wicked spirit. You guys don't do that. You guys are, you are who you are here. We got ain't shit in reverse. Somebody wanted to make you feel like you wasn't shit, or, you know, but it's in reverse. Now this person realizes for them to rise to your level, they would have to become the shit. That we got ain't shit in reverse. Somebody wanted people to think you wasn't shit in life, but they're not able to do that. And then the more you have people rooting for you, the more the people who was previously turned against you is like, oh, maybe I made a mistake. But that's it, you guys. I hope you have a good day, night, evening, whenever you're catching this reading. Goodbye.